This is the Business of Leadership Series Minute with your host, the best-selling author of Don't Buy a Duck and founder of MarketingStrategyHero.com, Derek Champagne.
I've got our guest today, Tracy Deforge, and she is the founder of the Players Impact. Tracy, thanks for joining us today.
Oh, I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me, Derek.
I'm really excited about what you're doing, and I'm going to let you share some of your background, but you've been a D1 track and field athlete, and you've described yourself as working in the intersection of sports, media, and technology ever since position with the NHL, and you've worked with the MLB as well. Tell me about, kind of give us some of your background. I'd like for our listeners to just get to know who the guest is, so give us some highlights of your journey, and then I want to really dive into what you're doing now, because I just think it's incredible what you're doing with athletes.
Yeah, sure. Well, you've touched on it. So, and as an attorney by training, my first job out was as a lawyer with the National Hockey League, very much working with the member clubs on their rights deals. From there, I went to MLB.com, where I was one of the first 50 employees, helped building that. Was very much a startup environment with the benefit of a brand and a budget. I loved my time there. We were building something brand new that hadn't been done before. And so we were, how they say, breaking eggs to make an omelet, right? So we weren't always making people happy, but we were really learning and cutting our digital teeth there. And that experience has stayed with me and taught me that I really did enjoy the entrepreneurship side of the sports business. Then quickly went connected with a former colleague from the NHL in a sports marketing firm that we grew and sold to an online company called the Active Network. Was activating sports sponsorships in the youth sports space. I spent a lot of time there. From there, really starting to morph as a business person into the operations of things, as well as sort of continuing the legal and business affairs, but not the straight legal work anymore, because I was just so enthralled on the business side. And we started a venture capital firm in 2007, investing at that intersection of sports, media, and technology, as you mentioned, on the success of two young entrepreneurs that we helped raise capital and then sell them strategically to big sports properties, including ESPN and Sports Illustrated. Unfortunately, the timing wasn't right for for the financial markets for us to raise a committed fund. So we pivoted, created a holding company, and from there incubated a video company, and a mobile video company in the sports space. Took that from concept to Series A, and jumped out at that point. Not for any other reason than I wanted to explore other opportunities, and that's when I started the Players Impact.
I love how you summarize that up. And again, some of the things you shared, like, it was not ideal, so we pivoted, and that sounds so polished now. But I know that was a big moment in time for you.
Derek Champagne here. Hey, if you're feeling isolated right now, if this health scare has got you working remotely, or you're feeling uncertain, I want to invite you to check out my mastermind. Come join us. It's DerekChampagneMastermind.com.